From the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development, this is Tennessee Workforce Weekly. Here now is Chris Cannon.
Hi everyone and welcome to Tennessee Workforce Weekly. Tennessee OSHA has many programs that help keep workers safe on the job. The agency's Consultative Services unit works to prevent injuries from happening in the first place. Garrett Ray is the program manager for TOSHA's Consultative Services program. Garrett, thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you, Chris.
So federal OSHA just recently recognized Tennessee OSHA and gave them a pretty prestigious award.
That's correct. We just received the On-Site Consultation Achievement and Recognition Award. Federal OSHA issues a few of those each year, and those are for programs that go above and beyond their regular activities, either working in a certain industry or doing some sort of activity such as training or emergency response. We received the On-Site Consultation Achievement Recognition Award for Tennessee OSHA's efforts in the healthcare industry in the last 4 years. In the last 4 years, we've done 435 visits. Doing that, we've identified close to 2,700 serious hazards, trained about 3,000 employers and employees, and most importantly, removed about 50,000 worker exposures to hazards throughout healthcare businesses in the state.
So why did you want to focus on these healthcare facilities?
Interestingly enough, the healthcare field is classified as a high hazard industry. What we're finding in that area is high injury and illness rates or large numbers of hazards. You'll see anything and everything from bloodborne pathogens, which is what a lot of people immediately think of in healthcare, but also chemical hazards, personal protective equipment, electrical hazards, means of egress, and even a couple areas that we don't actually have standards for, such as workplace violence and ergonomics. You'll see instances of people trying to move a patient or resident and receiving a back strain, or in the unfortunate situation of workplace violence, people actually being attacked by either clients or family members.
Now, how did you work with these facilities to get the message across to make sure that these changes took place to make it a safer workplace?
TOSHA, both in enforcement and consultation, has done a lot of outreach, letting them know about the hazards in this industry, either through training, inspections, promotion in the TOSHA newsletter, and consultation being part of TOSHA's strategic plan. We've also done some targeting ourselves, trying to solicit and generate requests from employers. We come at the invite of the employer. We don't show up announced or anything like that. So we actually do mail outs, go door to door and promote the service in training activities. And we've had a success doing it that way.
And you mentioned it was 435 facilities. Once you get to one of these facilities, what are you looking for?
Typically what we're looking for, we're doing basically an audit. We're looking for physical hazards, reviewing training, doing interviews with the employees, and we're looking for anything that could cause some sort of worker exposure to a hazard. Again, we talked about bloodborne pathogens being primary, but chemical exposure, electrical hazards, means of egress, that sort of thing, to make sure that there aren't hazards in the workplace that could injure or kill a worker.
Sure. Now you mentioned healthcare, but obviously consultative services is something that any industry can take part of and any employer can take part of. And kind of tell me what the process is for that. How do you, if you have a business and you say, hey, come in and take a look at things, make sure we're doing it right? Absolutely.
And what we are, our primary target is smaller employers, those with 250 or fewer employees on site, 500 or less U.S. corporate-wide. An employer would request our services. We don't charge for that service, and we don't issue any fines, penalties, or citations. They would actually complete a request form, submit it to us, and we would assign that to the appropriate consultants who would actually contact them and set up a mutually agreeable time for that visit. The visit typically takes about part of a day, and they would just do a walkthrough audit and at the end issue a report with the findings, and the employer would correct those hazards and report those back to us.
So really it's great information that is free of charge to the employers across the state of Tennessee.
Absolutely, again, and we don't issue any fines, penalties, or citations. There are no out-of-pocket costs for this program.
All right, well, take advantage of it. For more information, you can just go to the department's website, and everything you need to know about the program is right there. Garrett, thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you.
We appreciate
your
it.
time.
And that's going to do it for this edition of Tennessee Workforce Weekly. I'm Chris Cannon. From all of us at the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development, thanks for watching, and we'll see you online next time.